Good everyone, Goober here with another Torchlight SS4 video. The golden rule to crafting is to never craft the gear that you're wearing. Just in case it bricks. Now if this removes the max life of the sealed mana, then it's going to be a bad day. Oof, but we got lucky and it removed the minion max life. Alright, so now I have... Actually don't want that because I want tier 0 minion max life, don't I? The dilemma. In my head, I was like, I can remove that, that's fine. I'll upgrade this to tier 1 and I'll have an awesome item, but I need the minion max life, don't I? I didn't think this through very well. I just saw an item that wasn't properly crafted and thought, you know what, I can make that better. What enchant can I put on there? I can enchant on 22%. I feel like it was much better than that. What crit strike damage can you put on here? Nothing. Maybe that is a good one. 22%. If I make crit strike damage a tier 1. Tier 1 crit strike damage with that might be okay. Let's give it a quick crack. We'll see if this can be much better. That can go up to 18%. So 5% chance for double damage is pretty big. 7%, that's pretty high. That's mid-range. That's probably not going to matter. How much have I got left? 17 more tries. 18, 27, 23. Oh, beautiful. Alright, so now we want to do dream interpretation. I'm guessing I can do... Can you do energy after dream? Let's quickly check that. Gear empowerment. Okay, you can. Good. I don't need it, but, you know. If this is the last step, then I would have a problem. So I want to hit number 5 affix is lower and replace. Oh, lower and upgrade, rather. Number 5 is lower than tier 2. Upgrades it by 2 tiers. Record. And... downgrades it by 1. I mean, it's better than it was. It's tier 2. Crit strike damage. And then we can just enchant on minion max life. 22%. Is that much better than what we had? It's a shame that's tier 2. But it happened rather quickly, so I think I'll accept that as decent. Let's see. Sealed mana, max life, double damage. There is none. But without that, there is none. Let's just make this tier 0 in general. We'll make this, that doesn't matter. 888 just for those two. However, if we do a search for that, this one has 3 tier 1s, which is pretty cool. He went for the extra. He should have just enchanted it on there. That's better than what I'm wearing. Interesting. See, this one's pretty nice. Additional armor, maybe? But it's tapped to tier 0 and a tier 1 on there. So that's pretty nice. I don't know the point of this video yet. I just wanted to potentially brick an item. That's horrible. Oh, it's because of this, isn't it? But still, that's pretty horrible. Why did I do that? So I need to tap on a tier 0. Tier 2's okay, and leave the third. So let's fix this. Targeted, we need max life. The suffix was aura effect. I've got deflection. Let's just double check old mate God mode and see what he had. It's number 2 now for some reason. He's got max life, deflection, yep. Movement speed, aura effect, and a garbage item. Yep. Alright, so we're good to go on our attempt. Getting fire res on there might be nice. So leaving that there for enchanted fire res is probably really, really good. So we'll reforge on tier 0. Yeah, I'm recording. I wasn't sure if it was then. So we'll try and hit tier 0 max life. We have 1400 flame elementium. It's a fair bit less, but aura effect might make up for it. I don't know what I would take. Oh no, I'm going for a specific thing, aren't I, in dream crafting. So it's a shame that's not tier 0. We may as well try and get aura effect and stuff up. So 20% aura effect might make up for that. Maybe. If I can get 32% high movement speed and high 31, 30, 48, 54, 27, 31, 51, 19. That's kind of average. I'm going to just have a crack at dream interpretation with that. I was going to consider try and craft on the fire res and see if we get a high one, but we need on this the 20% max life, which is happy dream. We need 15 to 20% max life, which honestly hitting T1 is pretty rare. However, that can go to 48%. So really by dream crafting on, I'm trying to make up for a T1 to T0. So I should just keep going. It's unfortunate to roll off a double T1, but a T2 and a T1 will not work either. What am I doing? I was like, oh, I'll just upgrade this, but I need the specific one. It's not a upgrade the tier 2, is it? Whoops, this. So I feel like I'm just going to blow away the rest of my FE. I didn't realize this was so specific. I should have taken the tier 1 and saved up a whole bunch more flame elementium. Let's drop this back down and settle. I don't have 5 or 6,000 flame elementium that will probably take to craft this item. Unless we get super lucky in the next couple of hundred flame elementium. Alright, so we got pretty lucky and got tier 1 again. Pretty rare to get that. So I will just Dreamcraft on the max life and just call it it's not really an upgrade as such. It might be considered upgrade because the higher aura effect is actually really quite nice. We'll see if we get the max life in the next couple of rolls before I have to go out for lunch. Let's do 10 more. 16% max life. We'll record that. Number 6 downgrade. Nope, none of that is any good. So we'll revert that. Try again. Got what? Let's say 7 more. Got max life again. Number 5 with a... yeah, none of that's good. Be nice if there was an option on that other screen to just spend 10 to wipe it. To rewind. So 5 more tries. 1, 2, no, that is downgrade the number 1 affix to tier 2. There is no tier 2? Is that what this is saying? There is no tier 2 for deflection. Hell yeah. Alright, so the boots are pretty much done. We can just go to enchant. Enchant the boots with 15% fire res. Could put on some erosion res, but I'm already at cap. So 15% fire res. Nice. So when I get back, hopefully I remember, and I will do a quick build update. With what I have, I've been crafting my gear up. It is mostly complete. There is a couple of upgrades that could be done. I just did that, didn't I? Chest is pretty decent. The 20% max life is nice. You can use something else instead of that. However, that's pretty darn nice. Gloves are pretty bloody good as well. Boots are now pretty nice. There's not many tier 2s and stuff on my gear. So it's getting pretty pricey. This one, a double tier 1 and a tier 3. It's not too bad. I probably could have just enchanted on 15% lightning res there, which I got greedy. And this one, I definitely should have probably enchanted something on there. So I might have another go at this when I save up another 1500 flame elementium and try and get tier 0 and tier 1 erosion, or tier 1, and I'll just enchant on erosion res. That's probably a better idea, because if you're enchanting a ring, is it because it's full? Probably because it's full. Where is the rings? There. Gear affix full, yeah. Um, I could probably get 15 erosion res on that. So I could go tier 0, tier 1, and then 15 erosion res. That'd be a bit nicer. Um, or I think I'm over 5% extra on... Yeah, so I've got 5% extra there. But all the others are capped as well. So I could get a different enchant on that. This I could upgrade quite easily probably if I got one with, say, 5 passive. 800, okay. It's not as cheap as I thought, but what about if I went with tier 0 minion damage? Why is it saying tier 1? I want tier 0. I don't know. My weapons are really quite good. That was basically a bricked item that I tried to salvage. And this one is really quite nice as well. A tier 0 and a tier 1, and then a tier 4. Again, I should have probably taken the tier 0 and the tier 1, and then enchanted something on, but you live and you learn. I always saw enchanting as a subclass of crafting. However, this is proving that it's really, really quite nice if used with dream interpretation. Again, thank you to Jacob. Watching his crafting video has really helped me out a lot. Anywho, I'll be back for a bit of a build guide update. Alrighty, so we do... I noticed before I left, or when I came back, Fearless was not active. So with Fearless active, we're doing about 330 billion DPS when walking around. I don't know why it fluctuates between 300 billion and yeah, gets up to 300 and then just drops down. I don't know why. Whatever. So what do I have left to upgrade on this character? The gear is pretty good to go. Sealed mana, max life, double damage. Barrier is really quite nice. Crit strike damage. Chest, you can either go with the 20% max life or you can go with the Ranger's Rag that gives you Tenacity Blessing stacks. And then max life, Tenacity. T0 Tenacity would be ideal. However, I didn't want to upgrade this chest again, just in case it bricked something. So, and then we've got Erosion, Gloves, Spell Damage, Armor Mitigation, Max Life, some Resistances, and Crit. The suffixes are pretty much up to you. As you can see here, I've got an extra 20% Lightning, 50% cold, and fire is just capped. So I don't need that cold res on there at all. Well, I don't need any other res either. So I could try and go tier 0 crit strike rating there, and then enchant on something else potentially if it removes the cold res. It's tempting. Very tempting. You could probably hear my brain ticking over just then. Boots, deflection is fantastic. Max life, tier 0 max life there would be great. Movement speed or effect is really, really, really strong. And enchanted fire. Rings could be better probably. Max life, minion damage. Minion max life would also be great. Elemental res. Same deal here. That minion damage, I really don't like that. I really, really don't like that. I don't need that, so I could put... I don't think... Yeah, I've got no FE left. I could put max life there with crit strike damage and then enchant on something there, probably. Weapons, skill, double damage. Minion damage, minion max life would be good as well. Crit, same deal. We have a, where's the chance? 96% chance to do double damage. It's pretty huge. 100% crit chance. Minion life is 78,000, which is really quite nice. So that's all the gear. Warden's Breastpin could be better if I double corrupted it and got crit strike damage or minion damage or max life or more passives. Honestly, hitting any of that is good except for the minions cannot deal physical damage. If I got that, I would have to get rid of it and get another one. And the Winter of Origin, you just want one with as much additional focus blessing stacks as you can get. The skills, Perpetual Motion allows me to infinitely cast the summons, so I don't have to worry about mana for that. Mechanical Mod, crit strike damage, crit strike rating, I'm not sure if I need. It's only a 54% chance without that, so definitely need that. Shame. I've just changed. You can either go activation medium. When below 72% chance, it'll try and trigger it. Or you can go with preparation. That just automates it, so you don't have to cast anything. I really need that because loses 2% max mana upon triggering the skill. The skill is the main skill. I never have any mana because it's constantly getting drained. Blink, I have cost conversion, so it costs a tiny bit of life instead. You can either go vulnerability here or you can go with Dark Gate. Defensive buffer can go here or Frost Shield. Frost Shield is more physical and fire damage reduction. However, defensive buffer is all elemental damage. It's just a lesser amount. So it's got 16% there plus 19 there. So there's 35%. Consumes tenacity blessing stacks. Precise Steadfast for a bit of extra armor. I had life rejuve in here. However, I had this drop, so whoops. I figured why not use it. I could have sold that for 1800. Precise Fearless. Precise Weapon Amp. The other candle is again minus sealed mana. And main skill is supported by servant damage. Supported by crit damage would be phenomenal. However, that is ridiculously expensive. My slates. The tree hasn't changed. As I level up, I put a couple more points into max life. That's just the last few points. Go with boss and burning aggression. You could go kinetic conversion if you're dying. Steel Vanguard. Go with reflection for aura effect. And empower and defensive skill is huge. The guide says to use Panacea. So restoration skills cannot be removed. But I just go with the defensive. My slates are old, basically. They're all just plus synthetics troop level, etc. However, the slates that I am going to work towards, I don't think it's worth switching just yet until I have more of them. So I'll just go to hero rankings and look up Kuro. So his slates is Peaceful Realm. So it gains 1 order every 3 seconds, 25% increased order effect. These are not that relevant. However, if you got one with Arcane as well, that would be huge. But Peaceful Realm and Arcane is 30,000 Flame Elementium. The other slates are additional minion damage for every point of order. You just have that on all these extra ones. You have a spark that copies all the last talents. And then you have a bunch of the 35% talent effect and additional order decrease speed, so you always have 100 order. So once I get this slate set up, I'll be doing well and truly over 500 billion DPS. However, this is 8,000 Flame Elementium, and all these other slates range between 300 and 350 Flame Elementium, which honestly isn't too bad. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's only an extra, air quotes only, an extra 3,500 Flame Elementium. Plus this is 8,000, so I need another 12,000 Flame Elementium to effectively finish the build. And then, so I bought this recently. It's still 2,500 Flame Elementium. Ooh, double damage. Okay. Interesting. I have basically 100% chance to deal double damage, so I don't need that on mine. He's got the max erosion. Yeah, okay. And a 220. The physical damage for every max life there is pretty huge. So 1 to 2 physical for every 223 max life. My minions had 78,000. So 78,000 divided by 223 equals 349. So they're doing 349 to 698 bonus physical damage, which is pretty huge, which is pretty awesome. I've covered off on skills and slates, talents, skills and slates, soul candles. I think that's it. Gear, skills, talents, hero traits, standard. You get this from this. Mine is minion max life and 228. And then I've got player life to minion life and self-destruct damage and minion max life. So that is where the build is at the moment. If I'm in my drop spirits, I won't be doing 300 billies. But I'll do about 165 billion for map DPS. Let's just load up a map. I don't really do 8-4s, so let's not do it in that zone, that's for sure. Void lands I've probably got unlocked to 8-4. Yep. Let's do one here, see what we get. Let's just juice it for that. I won't bother with compasses. I'll do one in DPS spirits, which you wouldn't really do maps in anyway. We've got war there. So it's not instantly killing everything, so I wouldn't do mapping in anything that I don't instantly kill, because you're just wasting a ton of time. You'll get more loot from just killing shit faster. So this is the damage in DPS. If I switch to drop spirits, still doing okay. So I guess it's possible to do 8-4 fully juiced. Like, this is pretty slow though. If he does another ability, I'll stand in it, see if it kills me. Is he gonna do one? Oh. Did I stand in the ability? I don't know. It's tanky as hell anyway. So anyway, that's 8-4. That honestly wasn't too bad. That was fully juiced as well. So I guess it's 8-4 viable. If we do Path of the Brave, it does 5 very slowly. Let's do a 4. Pack spirits don't matter in Path of the Brave, so you might as well just use your damage stuff. Although I upgraded 2 things at the start of this. Maybe I'll do a 5 as well. Hopefully we get a clergy's thinking. Make this worthwhile, you know. I've had these Path of the Brave keys for a long time. I just never bothered doing them. I've done a bit of Eterna lately, done a bit of maps, done a lot of crafting. I do enjoy the crafting. As I get more flame elementium, I might just pick out someone in. That is a lot of damage. 1.3 billion DPS. 550 million points of erosion damage. I guess you meant to dodge. Or was that when was I standing too close to the center? I don't know. Seems like a lot of damage anyway. Maybe I'll try and get 100. Maybe. I don't know. A couple extra levels can't hurt. That's funny. The free specific legendary that you get, I got the one that gives less XP loss on death, and I haven't used him yet. Just haven't bothered. Kill him. Did I get him? No. Boo. Normally I get him before he even moves, but unfortunately we didn't get him in time. Let's quickly load up a 5 as well. And challenge. POB 5 is only 5 levels, so it's theoretically quicker. Except the boss must be like 100 trillion health, so it takes a while to kill. What was that? Void corrosion has hit you. Why does that exist? It's meant to be there for if people are AFK. Does it look like I'm AFK? How actually stupid is that? Path the Brave is not so amazing that you need to kill people just out of a stupid mechanic. You make more from mapping than you do in POB. Just remove these stupid, you know, I'll kill you mechanics on the ground that are just dumb. Just actually stupid. Hey bro, you're hardcore? Here's a barrel on the ground. You're dead. Thanks, buddy. They nerfed the shit out of the drops in here, and they added an instant death mechanic. Makes no sense. More drops just means you have to farm a specific Yep. Tank everything in the world, then bam. 500 billion DPS. Actually stupid. Now for the super fun fight. The best, most fun fight ever. On my Carino, sometimes this fight took 3 seconds. Can I tank these pretty well? Yeah. Still not going to be a fast fight though. What is it? It's 3:36. What awesome loot. So it's now 3:39, so that was a 3-minute fight. Only dropped nothing. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Anyway, that's a season challenge to beat POB 5, if you haven't done already. So once I have the slates, I'll give a final update on the build. Pro builds. My creations, create builds. Almost ultimate. Check out hero on leaderboards. So almost ultimate is the current version. There's my other ones. And yeah, so share build, that's the code. I'll copy that to the description of this video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.